Welcome to the Heritage Hunters Podcast with Dawn Piercy and the Heritage Huntress, where we are climbing trees and turning leaves. Grab your saucers. We've got tea and it's about to be spilled. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2, picking up where we left off, kinda, on Tutor Now in the Heritage Hunters Podcast. I am Dawn Piercy, I'm your host. I have some exciting stuff for you to show you today in person. Stay tuned, giving you another key by the end of this episode. It's really a hot one today. I'm not supposed to be out in the sun, so I am going inside to surprise my local genealogy library, and we're gonna get some books. One other thing that we do need to keep in mind too is while going over the years of survival through music 1720 to 1850 before we end this episode and get down into the nitty-gritty of digging into the paperwork, I want to go over this first. We've got the 1720s to the 1770s, which were the seeds of survival. Now that was early musical traditions. They became powerful tools of endurance, identity, and community, especially for African drumming traditions in early America that were brought over, indigenous ceremonial circles, as well as European folk traditions through that time. Now from the 1780s to the 1810s, we get the voices of resistance that come in. So music became a voice for resilience, faith, and cultural preservation, which was highly needed at the time for survival, because you've got your plantation work songs, you've got your African American spirituals, your Cherokee stomp dances, and your indigenous mourning chants. So, and then in the 1830s and the 1840s, there was forced marches. Songs became hidden. So during the Cherokee Trail of Tears and other forced removals, music is what helped the communities preserve their culture, strengthen one another, and remember home. So some songs contain coded messages and served as symbols of hopes and resilience. And this is so important because music is so healing. The Trail of Tears was in the 1830s. That's when it started. And other forced removals displaced thousands. So the music was a preserved language and it strengthened community. It carried hope through unimaginable hardship. And by the into the 1820s, before the hidden songs, the music became under threat, even before that. So in the 1820s to the 1830s, as the forced removals and slavery expanded, music became increasingly coded and, in helping preserve identity and hope and communication. So you've got your songs in the cotton fields, your early stages of the Trail of Tears when it first started, and hidden messages and spiritual and communal songs. So one of the biggest songs was Amazing Grace and Cherokee, and I will sing that for you before I end this bit, so that way you can hear what it sounded like. Now, from the 1840s and the 1850s, survival echoes. And I say this because music carried survivors through displacement and hardship while shaping future American musical traditions. Now, the expansion of the African American spiritual traditions, which later influenced gospel music, and the preservation of indigenous musical heritage. And then we've got the development of the Métis fiddle traditions. Now, if you don't remember what Métis is European and indigenous, mainly French, but European indigenous mixed, and sometimes freedmen is put in there. So a lot of the mulattoes that were put in that, they were mulatto, they were actually Métis. And yeah, so that's that. Now, music was a survival tool from seed to echo. It preserved language, protected memory, strengthened communities, carried hope, and helped carry on these family traditions that we still hold dear today. I've got a lot of it torn up, but what you can see, this is where I'm at. I got all the census records for state to state. Anything you want to know. Indiana. Oh, here we go. Oh. What is this? This looks so interesting. I'm gonna have to check this out. Women of the American Revolution. American women. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at all this history. So I wanted to bring you here with me because I'm looking to get more information on the 600 royal descendant immigrants and the Native American tribes. But I want to, there's marriages right there. I'm going to need that. I'm probably going to need this because we're coming out of Virginia and South Carolina into the Trail of Tears. And I know they have these books here. So let's find them, shall we? Look at this beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. Stones and bones. This is what I got to study. I got the final rolls, volume 1 and 2 of the 5 civilized tribes as well. So that's what we're going to start with. And the people that came over. So I'm quiet because they're getting ready to have an event in the library, and I hope you can hear me. So I'm here studying, and I'm going to get what information I can. And I'll see what I can do about finding the music, too. Okay, so it seems like you can hear me very well with this microphone. Probably a little bit too well. So well that I should probably quit chewing my gum. Gum gone. Okay, so the first book I want to look at, I believe, is going to be Virginia Families. Volume 4, H-E through P. So I'm going to be looking for Percy. Now I believe this is, let me see what year this is from. 1893 to 1977. If I'm not mistaken, I may need to go back a few hundred more years. But let's not jump to it yet. Let's find out. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna have to go back a few hundred years. Let's see if there's any Percy's in Virginia. It's probably gonna get really loud in